Hello, welcome. If you are new, I am Miranda. I live in Georgia, actually about like an hour above Atlanta, so the city. And I'm from a small town in South Georgia that is like a long drive away. But I'm a wife, I'm a mama, and I love it. I'm totally blessed by this life I get to live. And I had a sick baby at home this morning. I say sick baby. We thought she was sick. She didn't eat dinner last night, and I kind of forgot. She really didn't want to eat much, and her tummy hurt her this morning, so she was a little sick from it. So, hello, as you're hopping on. Hey, let me know what you're doing. Are you at work? It's like a weird time of day. I did want to show. I'm not going to talk, we're going to talk about some other stuff, but I have both of these palettes right here. And somebody had just asked me to show them. So I was like, well, let's show them all. I'm hopping on here. This is two of our new designs. And they're so pretty. I can't decide which one I want to keep. I'm going to use them for a giveaway. So I'm trying to decide what I want to keep. Oh, Hallie is doing surgery. She's a dermatologist. She's my dermatologist. If you're new or you don't typically watch me, like, hey, friend. I know it's crazy time of day. Go check out one of my recent reels where I showed literally my face like now backtracking 2 years ago. It'll blow your mind. Some of you like to tell me that, you know, my face really don't look that good now. But if you would have seen where it was at 2 years ago, you would take that back. So anyways, we're going to chit chat today. I was going to do my makeup and I was like, you know what? Why not hop on and talk while we do it? So that's what we're going to do. Let me gather my thoughts because I just got super sidetracked. And that is not uncommon here. But it is the month of May, right? And May brings about, I don't know about for you, but like the craziness. And I say craziness because it's, if you have kids that are school age, it is all the things. Like all the things are happening. End of year parties, award ceremonies, graduations, not just end of the year parties, but like we have like 2 end of the year parties, and then it's like recitals, rehearsals, like meetup things, and I just feel like we have all this stuff going on. So I wanted to hop on and ask, like, what do you do to help with that? Number one, clearly, I'm sure, like, hey, let's have a calendar. Let's make sure we're all on board and we know what's going on within our house. But I'm like, how do you have, because I'm at the place where my oldest is 5, okay? So my oldest is 5 years old. My youngest is like almost 2. So we are just getting that age where we also like, we play baseball, spring baseball, my little boy, and his season's about to end. So we have all this stuff with baseball, end of the year parties with it too, or end of the season. Mother's Day's coming up. Vacation trips, VBSs at church camps, summer camps. So I'm like, okay, I'm just entering the stage where we're like having a lot of that because my oldest is 5, but I'm going to be in it for a while because I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So like, what helps you is what I need to know. How do you manage it all? Do you have any like tried and true like tips or tricks, or like what do you do to help yourself? Like, remember all the things, clearly a calendar, or like keep up with all the things, balance all the things. How do you decide which things you're going to do? Like we've had a few things that are at the same time, and I just hate being like, oh, we can't do it all. But like sometimes you can't, right? Like we can't do all the things. So I'd love to know from my other ladies how you are balancing everything and keeping track and making sure that you're fed and your head stays on and hair, but that also you like, you know, you're able to celebrate all the things you want to celebrate. That's where my heart is. It's like, I want to celebrate what needs to be celebrated. I want to be a part of all the things. I want to be involved in all the things. And I have learned a little bit this year, or really last year, I learned it and started implementing some things this year of like, all right, like, let's say yes to the things that matter and that we are going to be glad we said yes to in weeks, months, and years to come. And then, you know, there's certain things that we shouldn't even stress about. let's not stress about it, right? Like, let's have some freedom in that. So that's my thought. But I literally, over the weekend, was just writing out our calendar for the next few months. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much going on. And I'm kind of our family calendar. I'm like really good with numbers and stuff. And so like my head is like a calendar and it keeps up with a lot. But then I realized we have family photos this Friday. And I didn't tell my husband. I mean, I told him we had them. I didn't tell him when they were. And so he was like, I mentioned it yesterday. And he was like, when were you going to tell me that? And I was like, if you can't go, it's fine. Because it is like mommy and me photos. So we're doing mommy and me photos, but clearly I wanted him to go and be there and like help with the kids. And I was like, oh, he'll just go because he works from home on Fridays and he can just take his lunch break and go with us to do photos, right? And he was like, it would be nice. And I'm usually not like that. But there's a lot that I do. Like, I try to let my parents and grandparents know when we have events and include them and buy the tickets and do the planning and get all that. And so I have started trying to make sure when we find out things, I just go ahead and tell people as soon as we find out and we know, so that they know if they can come, they can come. Like, we're all adults. Let's put it on our calendar, right? And let's be there if we can. So, crazy and busy and exciting time. I love summer. Like, I've always loved summer and warm weather and the beach. And I don't even mind. Like, I don't mind traveling and doing the things. I mean, it's definitely like I'm in a season where with 3 kids that are 5 and under, it's not like the most fun to be in the car for long periods of time. But we've gotten used to it because I don't know if you know this, but I live, it could be a 4-hour drive. If my parents are coming to visit us, it takes them like 4 hours, like at the quickest, because they can drive all the way because they're 2 grown adults without having to stop. When I go home and visit, I've got 3 littles and we have to do potty breaks. Luckily, we're not at the place anymore that we have to stop to nurse, because there was no way we could ever make it that far without having to have a nursing break. And so it's just like stopping for the potty. And so the quickest I can make it with all 3 of mine is about 5 hours, because we have to stop. And it's like stopping, oh, we need snacks and we need gas, or we try to get gas before we go down or before we come back up. But it's like we need snacks, and then everybody has to potty. Everybody's going to get out the car seats. We got to all get back in our car seats. But I realized a few years ago, like probably after I had the second, that like maybe after I had the third. After I had the third, we're at a place where it was like, okay, I do what I do so that I have the freedom to do things and visit my family, and I don't have to be in an office or at the school as a speech therapist and work on Fridays, right? Like, I didn't want to have to do that. And so that gives me the freedom to travel and visit my parents on the weekend and go down and stay with them and see family. And my husband does have a job where he's in the office a lot, and it's not as easy for him to work when we're down there. So I'll load the kids up on a Thursday afternoon and we'll go spend the weekend down in South Georgia with my family, and I get to do that. And it was so crazy because, like, as a mom to one, I was not as likely to just like load Everett up and do it and go down there. And now that I have 3 kids, I'll load all my 3 kids up, pack snacks, fill up drinks, all the things, be like, all right, we're going. We'll drive like Thursday night down there so that they fall asleep and they like sleep in the car, drive the whole way, stay for the weekend, come back up. We get to hang out with my family, spend some time in South Georgia. The kids love it. I get to see people I know and love. And there we are. Right? Like, that's something that I feel like is crazy when I think about, like, how I've changed since becoming, like, a mom of 3. Like, I've just kind of gotten where I'm like, all right, let's do the thing. Like, let's embrace it. Isn't that so pretty? I just used this color, Summer Love, and she's just like a very subtle, like subtle pink, like pretty gloss. And she's also part of our February, like, it is not February. It's May. Today is May 1st. Part of our, so May is like Foster Care Awareness Month, in case you didn't know. And we have several bundles, a lot of, basically, Saint has 2 organizations, and it supports foster care awareness. So one of them is Love is Never Wasted, and we work directly with foster kids through it. And then we have Angels Landing Foundation, which works with kids that are aging out of foster care. And so the 2 of those clearly are both what we support. So in May, we have a bundle that's like a beach towel type thing that also doubles as a checkerboard. You can get it with this lip and cheek color. The 2 of those as a bundle, and your proceeds, all the profits is going to go to that. And then also there will be, there's a few, and I have one right here. I don't know why. I'm looking outside. My kids just went outside. These 2 eyeshadows always go there. And then this is our eyeshadow of the month. So I just grabbed a few things to put together to be able to share. So I would love to know, if you've made it this far, what are your tips as a mom, whether you're a mom of 1, 6, 8, 4, to help keep you organized, keep up with all the events, and to be at all the events, like be a part of them, right? I think I'm gonna wait and do my eyeshadow. But look, like, even how, like, I feel like decent my natural lashes look right now. Okay, all right. Y'all have a good one. Happy Wednesday. If you watch me do that and you're like, that looked really cool, like, I'd love to do my whole face of makeup with just those 4 colors, right? Like, just 4 colors and 1 brush. Sign me up. Let me know. Like, comment here and say match. I will match you to your custom colors. I do have a link in my bio. I would rather have a conversation with you and kind of chat with you, but I want you to take me a makeup-free selfie. So you'll stand, face the window like I am, take a makeup-free selfie where I can see your face, your neck, just a little bit of your chest, just a little bit, okay? And I will match you to your custom colors and help you fall in love with your makeup routine. Y'all have a good one. Happy Wednesday. Let's keep the chatter. Send me all your tips.